Baby, I don't even know how to begin telling you this because I know once the words leave my lips, everything between us will shift. You've been asking questions lately, trying to piece together the parts of my past that I've kept hidden, and I've felt your eyes searching for the truth in my silence. I've been wrestling with the weight of what I'm about to tell you, not because I want to keep it from you, but because I've been afraid of what it might do to the way you look at me. The truth is, the woman I married is the same woman you've been asking me about. She's been in my life for many years, long before you and I even knew each other existed. And no, baby, it's not as simple as you might think. It's not a fairy tale. It's not a perfect love story. It's complicated, painfully complicated. I know your heart just sank reading that, and I can almost feel your breath catching in your chest. I can see the questions flashing through your mind. Was she my great love? Do I still love her? Was I lying to you all this time? And I want to tell you right now, no. No, baby. You are not living in her shadow. You are not second place in my heart. But before I can explain that, I need to tell you everything. The whole messy, raw, unfiltered truth. Because you deserve that. You deserve more than my half answers and my carefully chosen words. You deserve the truth that I've been too much of a coward to say out loud. When I married her, it wasn't because I was in love in the way I'm in love with you. It wasn't fireworks and deep soul connection. It was convenience, timing, family pressure, all of those things that don't make a relationship real, but somehow bind two people together anyway. We had history, yes, but it was built on something fragile, something that never felt like home. I told myself it was the right thing to do, that I could grow into it, that maybe love would come later. But baby, love like the one I feel for you doesn't come later. It's either there from the start or it's not. And with her, it was never there in the way it should have been. For years, I played my role. I smiled in pictures. I attended family gatherings. I kept up the image of a happy husband, but inside, I was empty. I was living next to someone, but feeling more alone than I had ever felt in my life. I was drowning in routine, in the quiet suffocation of a relationship that didn't feed my soul. And then, you came into my life, and everything changed. I didn't even see it coming. I didn't go looking for you. But the first time we talked, the first time I saw the way you looked at me, like you actually saw me, not just the mask I wore, I knew something inside me had shifted. You woke something in me that I thought was long dead. You made me laugh in a way I hadn't laughed in years. You made me feel safe enough to tell the truth, even if I didn't always follow through with that bravery. And that's why this confession matters so much, because you deserve to know that my heart was never hers to keep. It was just waiting for you. Baby, I know you're probably wondering why I didn't tell you sooner. Why I let you find out through hints and whispers instead of my own voice. The truth, I was scared. Scared you'd think I'm the kind of man who plays with people's hearts. Scared you'd think you were just a distraction from my marriage. But the reality is, my marriage was already over, in every way that matters, long before you. What we have is real. It's the only thing that's felt real in a long time. I'm telling you this now because I can't move forward with you while hiding pieces of my past. I want you to see all of me, The good, the bad, and the messy. I want you to know that yes, she's been in my life for many years, but she's not the one who owns my soul. You are. You always will be. And if it takes the rest of my life to prove that to you, I will. Baby, when I tell you she's been in my life for many years, I don't just mean in the physical sense. I mean in the way that someone's shadow can linger long after the light between you has gone out. For so long I was moving through life with this weight tied to my ankle, a weight I didn't even fully realize was there until you showed me what freedom felt like. You made me realize that my normal wasn't normal at all. It was survival, and when you've been surviving for so long, love like yours feels almost too much to believe. What? Oh. I used to think that the hardest thing in life was letting go of someone you've loved for years. But I've learned that the hardest thing is letting go of someone you've simply grown used to. Because comfort, even when it's built on emptiness, can trick you into believing it's safety. And that's exactly what happened to me. I convinced myself that because she and I had a shared history, because we had years behind us, that we could somehow make it work. But baby, you can't build a future just because the past is long. You need love, trust, connection. And those things were never truly there. And then, you with your smile that could unhinge the strongest walls. You with your words that cut straight through my defenses. You didn't just walk into my life, you walked straight into my soul, like you'd always belonged there. And that's when I realized the love I'd been pretending to have all these years was nothing compared to the love that burned between you and me in just moments. I couldn't ignore it. I couldn't pretend it wasn't there. I couldn't keep living a lie when my truth was staring me right in the eyes. But baby, I need you to understand, telling you this isn't about creating drama or trying to make you feel like you've won something over her. You were never in competition with her. She had my past, yes, but you have my forever. She might have known my habits, my routines, my surface level self, but you know my fears, you know my dreams. You've touched the parts of me I never let anyone near. Do you know how many nights I've sat awake next to her, my mind full of you? How many times I've been in a room with her, hearing her voice, but all I could think about was the way yours makes me feel safe. I've smiled at the right times, nodded when I was supposed to, but my heart wasn't there. My heart was with you, always with you. And the truth is, it's been with you from the moment we met, even when I didn't understand what was happening to me. She knows you exist now. She's heard enough to know your name, your presence, your impact. And baby, she's not happy about it. She's asked me questions I've dodged because I didn't want to pull you into the storm before I was ready to fight it head on. But storms don't wait for your permission. They come whether you're ready or not. And this one, it's here. I know you might be scared that I'm still tied to her in ways that matter. And maybe on paper I am, but in every way that counts, I'm yours. My loyalty, my devotion, my desire to build something real. That's all for you. I don't want a life where I keep explaining myself to someone I'm not in love with. I want a life where every morning I wake up next to the person who makes my heart race for the right reasons. I want to be yours in every way that's possible. The day I finally told myself the truth, that I couldn't go on like this, was the day I pictured losing you. The thought of you walking away because I wasn't brave enough to come clean broke something in me. I couldn't bear the idea of you thinking you were just a chapter in my life, when really, you're the whole damn story. Baby, I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. I've stayed in things too long. I've kept quiet when I should have spoken. But if there's one thing I will never do again, it's let fear stop me from fighting for you. You've given me something no one else has. A love that feels like coming home, even when the world outside is chaos. And for that, I will spend the rest of my life proving to you that choosing me was worth it. And yes, I know people will talk. They already do. They'll whisper about timelines and loyalty, about what's right and what's wrong. But those people don't know us. They don't know the way you calm my storms, the way I breathe easier when you're near, the way your voice can pull me back from the edge. They don't understand that some connections are written long before we're born, and baby, ours was all. I feel it in my bones, in my soul, in the way I can't go a single day without thinking of you. So now you know. She's been in my life for many years, but she was never my forever. You are, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make sure you never doubt that again. If it means facing the fallout, if it means starting over completely, if it means burning every bridge that keeps me from you, then so be it. Because no history, no shared past, no empty promises are worth losing the one person who feels like the rest of my life. Baby, the truth is, I used to think love was about the years you put in, the shared memories, the holidays, the photos on the wall. I thought longevity meant stability, but the years I spent with her taught me something painful. Time doesn't automatically deepen love. Sometimes it just deepens the habit of staying. And staying out of habit is not the same as staying out of love. I didn't realize how numb I'd become until you came along and shook my soul awake. Your presence lit up parts of me I thought were dead. You didn't just take a seat in my life. You rearranged the whole room. I found myself smiling for no reason, thinking about you in moments where I should have been focused elsewhere. And every time I tried to fight it, every time I told myself it was just a phase, something inside me whispered, "This is different. This is the one." She was in my life for years, yes, but what no one sees is the cracks that formed a long time ago. We stopped talking about dreams. We stopped touching each other with meaning. We went from partners to roommates, from lovers to people who share a space, but not a heartbeat. And I kept telling myself it was fine, because I didn't know what more looked like, until you, when you touched me, not just physically, but with your words, your understanding, your laughter. I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Connection. Real connection, that feeling of being truly seen, like someone had opened the curtains in a room I'd been sitting in the dark for too long. You became the light I didn't know I was searching for. I need you to understand, baby. Being with you feels like breathing after holding my breath for years. And once you felt that kind of relief, you can't go back to suffocating. But the choice to break free isn't just about leaving her. It's about being ready to live for real. With you, I'm not just existing. I'm alive. And yes, she knows something has shifted. She feels it. My energy, my focus, the way I move. It's all different now because my heart belongs elsewhere. There have been questions. There have been nights of silence, of her watching me like she's trying to read my mind. But how do I tell someone who's been in my life for so long that they've been replaced in my heart? How do I explain that while I respect what we shared. It's not where my soul is anymore. I know what you might be thinking, that if I truly loved you, I would have walked away already. And baby, believe me, I've thought the same thing. But breaking years of entanglement isn't as simple as packing a bag. It's not just about leaving a house. It's about unlearning a life. I'm untangling myself from patterns, from expectations, from the version of me I had to be in that relationship. And I need you to know, every step I take away from her, I'm taking toward you. You've seen parts of me I've never shown anyone. You've heard the truth in my voice when I tell you I love you, even if the words come out in whispers. You've felt the way I hold you, like I'm afraid you'll disappear if I let go. That's not infatuation. That's not lust. That's home. You are my home. People can say what they want, that I'm selfish, that I'm reckless, that I'm making a mistake. But what they'll never understand is that when you find the person who makes you feel alive, you fight for them. You don't let them slip away because of what's comfortable or what's expected. Comfort doesn't set your soul on fire. You do. And baby, there's something I need to admit. Even before you knew the full story, even before I confessed everything, I was making choices with you in mind. I was imagining a future that had your name written all over it. I started noticing things. The way your laugh made me want to be funnier. The way your ambition made me want to try harder. The way your heart made me want to love deeper. You made me want to be a better man. Not for her, not for anyone else, but for you. I can't promise this will be easy. I can't promise there won't be moments where the past tries to claw its way back into my life. But I can promise you this. I will not give up on us. I will not let years of convenience outweigh a lifetime of love. Because that's what you are to me. A lifetime. So yes, she's been in my life for many years. But those years are chapters in a book I'm ready to close. You are my new story, my fresh page, my everything moving forward. And I want every word, every sentence, every ending and beginning to be with you. Baby, there's something you don't fully know, something I've carried quietly while trying to protect you from the mess of my past. Every time I tell you I love you, it's not just a sweet phrase. It's an anchor. It's me reminding myself why I'm still here, still pushing through the storms, still dismantling the life I built before you so I can finally live the one I'm meant to have with you. When I say she's been in my life for many years, people imagine it must mean she still holds a piece of me. They think history automatically equals ownership, as if the past can chain the heart forever. But the truth, she hasn't had my heart for a very long time.